I gotta tell you, that welcome from you all and from Bob, from Dr. Ross, means a great deal to me. Dr. Ross is, I wish I could say funny things about him tonight, but he's not even funny looking. You know? He's just simply smart, sharp, and cool, isn't he? I mean, you know, he's just changing the world, doesn't even break a sweat, you know. It means a great deal to me that Dr. Ross is presenting me with this award on behalf of Liberty Hill. I consider him to be a trusted colleague, a mentor, and a friend. Several years ago, I shared with Bob and his team that Liberty Hill grantees, organizations working on the ground on social justice issues, economic justice issues, environmental justice, were telling us that LA's low-income communities of young men in particular were experiencing the unfair, unjust, and inhumane outcomes from crises like the fact that California fails to graduate 35% of its Black youth and 28% of its Latino youth. That if incarceration rates remain constant, 1 in 3 Black men and 1 in 6 Latino men will go to prison sometime in their lifetime. That African Americans have unemployment rates, young African Americans have unemployment rates of nearly 40% compared to 18% for white youth. Now, if you're not experiencing these things personally, just for one moment, imagine the implications for our communities today and our nation and its future. I'm tremendously grateful to Bob for backing Liberty Hill's recipe for grassroots change in LA and supporting our Brother Son Selves campaign to help realize the potential of young Angelenos who may otherwise be cast aside, and for leading this effort at a national level with the President's My Brother's Keeper campaign. He does so much for so many. Would you just help me to thank Dr. Ross one more time? Joining me tonight in support of Liberty Hill are some dear, dear friends, as well as my in-laws, my husband Bob, and our daughter Nia, who's now 8. I mean, it's hard to believe now that she's gone, under the watch of you all, of Liberty Hill, she's gone from infant changing tables to being in a room of change makers of all of you. She's 8 now, all during my tenure at Liberty Hill. I'm also acutely aware that not here with us tonight is my father, Michael. He came to every Liberty Hill dinner that he could for years, even when he felt sick and weak with cancer. He didn't make last year's Liberty Hill dinner, and as many of you know, he succumbed to his disease in November. This award would have meant a lot to Michael, because he taught me my earliest lessons of philanthropy. Number one, through him I learned that philanthropy is about love. Love of life and love of people. The word literally means love of humanity, in the sense of caring, nurturing, developing, enhancing what it is to be human, both for the beneficiaries and the benefactors. Michael taught me that giving should be done with humility. Look no further than Liberty Hill for an example. Liberty Hill began its grant-making by engaging people who experience injustice to help it decide which community investments are most sound. And third, my father taught me that philanthropy should be about making change. Giving that allows injustice to simmer on is fleeting at its best. At its worst, it could enable oppression. He believed, and I agree, that social justice philanthropy has an obligation to make things better for people who are without, counted out, or suffering. For me, diversity in philanthropy, what this award is about, relates to these three ideas. I found that bringing my love of people and inviting and engaging more and diverse individuals to experience the joy of giving not only benefits the benefactors and beneficiaries, but it has enabled me to expand my own knowledge and my ability to make more successful community investments that realize social change. I've also found that by inviting and engaging more diverse individuals into philanthropy requires humility, because it often means putting aside ego and control and comfort. A diverse set of stakeholders may take you into a new and different direction. This is a room of grassroots organizers, community organizers, social media organizers, political donor organizers, development professionals, influentials, as we all try to make Los Angeles a great city for all its people. It's about asking ourselves, how can we invite others into our decision-making, whether they're the middle-class millennials or low-income Gen Xers or billionaire boomers, lesbian or transgender, African-American or Asian-American, whether they live in the Northeast San Fernando Valley or LA's East Side. I think it's not just about tilting the playing field for one group or another, even when that group has been historically disenfranchised. It's about trusting in the fact that our differences can make us stronger and that philanthropy is truly about love of humanity. And when we really listen to those diverse voices, when we really pursue diversity in philanthropy, we will make great strides in social justice. I'm honored to accept this award in appreciation of every member of the Liberty Hill community, past and present, paid and volunteered, contributor and advisor, prior executive leadership, and our current amazing CEO, Shane Goldsmith, who all, in their efforts to advance justice and equality, try to reach out to diverse populations to advance change. Thank you. Thank you all for the pleasure of serving Liberty Hill for so many meaningful years. It was a deeply rewarding period for me, my husband Bob, and our entire family. And thank you for this lovely, lovely honor.